What's up, YouTube? My friend here wanted to test his agent deck, so we're going to help him test that. He's played against mine, and he doesn't think this is as good as mine, so we're going to find out by playing a quick game. And here we go. He's going first because I suck at rock, paper, scissors, because I always choose scissors, which is really a bad strategy if you think about it. Yeah. So, quick tells, first things I can see about his deck is, for one, he does not have a full extra deck. That's usually a deck giveaway that he does not actually have, the best deck constructed, especially in one that's, agents. You're pretty reliant on the extra deck, and agents without the extra deck, you can't really kill quickly, which you need to do. So, we're gonna see how this goes. Just the first deck giveaway is the extra deck, and most decks can run a full extra deck. It's not necessary, but that's usually your first tell, and that's something you guys can probably learn from that. The second tell is running Saturn. If you saw my first video, I told you the only two agents worth running were Earth and Venus. And I'm not trying to be mean here, I'm just being pretty honest. Unless you're going for some kind of combo with Saturn, you're not gonna really be doing much with him because he's not very good and he's kind of hard to get on the field. Other than that, Pot of Duality, the other cards I'm seeing here are pretty standard. Heavy Storm is necessary, obviously. Agents Die to back row, Book of Moon, Shine Ball. Not the best Pot of Duality, but if you didn't know what I was playing, you'd get the Heavy Storm, and Heavy Storm is one of the best cards in Agents because it wins. It lets you OTK. But he gets the Book of Moon because he does know what I'm playing. So we're probably gonna have pretty similar starts. Just a Pot of Duality. I'm probably gonna leave it up for Gores because I don't have many other plays here. He's gonna set something. I probably can't kill that with the Venus. Unless it's a Shine Ball. Well, then again, I can't think of a lot of cards agents run that would lead to that. Sorry if that just caused some pretty bad interference. I had to adjust. We're gonna open up with a Pot of Duality. And it was a pretty good pot because it hit Earth, and that lets you know right there that's gonna be a pretty good Pot of Duality. Does Earth let you get another Venus, which is good in case your first Venus gets baited or killed. It's also good for overlaying. Now, what's gonna really suck if I critique his deck this hard already, and he beats me. That'd be pretty embarrassing. But anything's possible. So we're gonna summon Venus, Venus Earth, get the effect, unless he's running negation. Waiting for response. Okay. Get that Venus to hand, which for all he knows is the only Venus we have. And one of the things I really like about Agents is it runs a lot of zeros. You have Pot of Duality 0, Earth is 0, just all these cards that give you more and more hand advantage. And if you watch my last video with GG Stun, you know I'm all about card advantage. Because that's how you win games. That's all there is to it. The more cards you have, the more stuff you can do. He also knows I'm recording. Because I asked him when he told me he wanted to test this deck if he wanted it on YouTube, and he said, yeah, why not? I actually said, yeah, he'd like to see his deck in action, so. I don't think he's super confident in it, but, agents can be pretty strong. Agents can be pretty explosive. If he watches this video, I really hope what I said earlier doesn't hurt anybody's feelings. It's all very constructive criticism. Or at least it's meant to be. And he plays his own Venus, so I'm gonna wait for him to pay the cost, and then we're gonna Valor. Pay cost. We're gonna Valor that. So he gets the game 500 back. Generally, when someone says pay cost, it means they're waiting for you to give up life points so that you can, you can, you'll lose what you need for the cost, but you will not gain the effect, which is pretty nice. Everyone will probably disagree with me. Everyone will probably tell me, oh, you should have let me get the first Shine Ball. But I don't care. I don't know what a set card is, and if it's another Shine Ball, that's just a gotcha waiting to happen, which I don't want a gotcha to happen. So we're going to take 600 points, but that's not too bad. Especially since we have our own Venus in our hand, which is considerably more important. I just hope I can draw into a threat that'll stick. These mystical space typhoons here aren't going to do much for me. They pretty much, well, they're not going to do anything in this matchup unless he still thinks that like Sanctuary in the Sky. Well, he's setting a card, so it'll Book of Moon. It'll destroy a Book of Moon, which is nice, and that mind control is going to be very helpful. Okay, goodbye Book of Moon. That's what I'm gonna assume that is. Could be wrong. No, I was right. It was a Book of Moon. So that's okay. We can find out what this is and try to overlay with it, or we can take this. What? I think I'm gonna find out what that is before I do anything. If it's like a Raikou that some agent decks run, that'd be nice. If it's a Shine Ball, it gets me a Gachi and a Daigusto, which is a lot better than just taking the Venus. And it is a Marshmallow. Oh, it's me! Yay, me. I love seeing me. Okay. Anytime that happens, actually, I will say, oh my gosh, it's me. Because I'm the best thing ever. Three. Because we do not want to draw into a Shine Ball. Let's see. Always good to deck them. I will say that in every video I post. It is always, always, always good to deck them. And so, what we're going to do is we're going to get a Daigusto Phoenix, and we're also going to get an Acid Golem. And the Acid Golem is going to run over that Venus, and it's going to... The reason it's okay to play Acid Golem, and I'm not too worried about taking the damage in the long run, is I can take the damage and it'd be okay if I have to. But odds are, since I have Gores in my hand, I can tribute summon the Golem anyway, and get. And in the end, I'm not going to be taking any damage. I'm going to have a 2700 beat stick if I can't afford to take 2000 damage in the next 2 turns. And it just won't even be a problem at that point. And right now, it's going to let me get in for, what, 15, 45, see, 14, 4400 points of damage this turn, which is a considerable chunk. I don't know why I didn't finish my sentence earlier. Battle phase. No, sorry. Misclick. Sorry, misclick. My throat's starting to get dry. I need to get something to drink. You can probably hear that in my voice, the way I'm stuttering over myself. I apologize for that. It's getting late. Okay, so it should take 1400, and then it should take a total of 3000 from Daigusto. And then I'm just gonna pass the turn. No need to set the Space Typhoon, because if he does like Dark Hole or something, then I'll still have Gores up, and Gores will just win me this game. Yeah, Dark Hole. Reddit. You guys ever go to Reddit? Reddit's awesome. That's okay. Because whatever he summons here, unless he goes for Hyperion, Hyperion would suck right now. Okay, Duality. I'm not worried though. He should get Honest Attack and bounce into his hand. That'd be probably the best play he could pull here. Again, I'm sorry if there's any like static interference that might do. This is also a pretty cheap recording, a free recording system, so any bad quality is because I cannot afford to buy actual software for this. So just keep that in mind whenever you watch these videos. You're gonna get burial. What's he gonna bury? You got Saturn in the grave, I guess. I mean, that's not his only target, so I think Honest would have been the better choice there. I really hope if he watches this video, he will take this constructively. I hope anyone that watches this video and disagrees with me or is making these same kind of plays takes this constructively and doesn't get their feelings hurt. Because like he asked me to help him test, so that's what I'm trying to do. Is I'm trying to look at the mistakes and help him out with all this. He's gonna go ahead and bury that Saturn. Saturn does look cool, but that just may be because Saturn's the coolest planet. It's got all them rings. I hate that they made Pluto not a planet. They should really make an agent of something Pluto. You can't special summon. You play Pod Duality. Smiley face. Always go for the smiley faces are nice. Also, he didn't really need to bury the Saturn right there because he already had Venus in the grave and a target for destruction. Okay, so it'll be my turn. Draw a Maxi. I think I'm just gonna dump that in the standby phase of his turn. But for now, let's try attacking into this marshmallow here. Let's see if it's a marshmallow. Oh, it's a shine ball. That's so much better than attacking into a marshmallow. So just in the draw phase, and then dump Maxi because he's probably gonna summon Hyperion. And if he summons Hyperion, it'd be nice to get stuff to my hand, because answering Hyperion can be kind of difficult. What he'll probably do is destroy Venus and attack me directly, which will open up Gores, and I can 1-for-1 with Gores and the token. And then if I draw into a monster there, pretty much any monster I can draw into will win me the game. So he's only got 3,100 life points, so just always got to be thinking a turn or two ahead, and Maxi resources will help me draw into a monster that I can summon. He really wants to try and get in as much damage as possible here because he's 2,800 points behind, and he knows I also run Juggernauts. So yeah, so he did just go ahead and drop Hyperion, so I get to draw. Drew into a Trag. That's also good because it gives me options if he doesn't blow up Venus. Oh, but he's going to anyway. That's much better than having to play a Trag. And yeah, Agents runs a lot of hand traps because they're pretty necessary. They run Gores, double Trag, double Maxi, double Valor, one Herald. because you don't want to die on their turn. If you die early, the odds are you're gonna have to be able to go to the late game, which is not easy for agents. Agents typically try to explode. And if you can't explode, you need to be able to keep some momentum going, and that's what your hand traps let you do. I'm kind of running out of things. Oh my gosh, the second Hyperion. That is no bueno. That is no bueno at all. But it's still okay though. It's still okay though. Oh, I get to draw. Maxi. What I draw into? Enemy controller. Okay. Okay, yeah, that means I win. Okay. Yeah. As long as I can stick a monster on the field this turn, which I should be able to do. If I Gores first, then he can only kill either Gores or the token. Depending on which one he attacks with first. Because I don't think he's going to want a 1-for-1 a Hyperion. Because that doesn't make sense. Especially not when you've got kind of control of this game. What are you doing? Oh, that card. You contribute some of this card by triggering one fairy tale this turn. Target one monster your opponent controls or loses 1,000 attack. And if it does, send this to the graveyard. Okay. So, let's see. I can take 5,700, and then he won't be able to do any more damage to me, and then I can summon Gorge. If I do that, I should be able to enemy controller his Hyperion and win the game. Yeah. Take another 3,000 here. Dark Lord Desire is really cool. I tested a deck that was pretty much all about dumping Desire and Hyperion into the grave. And it worked out pretty well. Except for the fact that it was incredibly inconsistent, and trade-in just wasn't enough to increase that consistency. Because trade-in can't target Desire, and Desire is going to target the token, of course. That's okay too. Because enemy controller doesn't have any restrictions on it. I tribute the Gores that's going to be left, and then I get the Hyperion. I can use the Hyperion that's effect and attack directly, which means if I draw a monster, I win. But then again, I can take Desire anyway and remove Hyperion and attack for 3k. I guess I really just need to draw a monster here. If I draw a monster, I win. If I don't, I'm probably dead. Because he should remove one of my monsters here. I don't know what's taking so long to think about it. Unless there's some drawback on Desire I didn't read. This card loses without... Oh, okay. I read that wrong. Yeah, that's fine. Let's see. Okay, Reborn, yeah. So that's pretty much a monster, right? Let's see. Okay, yeah, that makes this game pretty much over. 2 grave, I'll take the Hyperion. Big smiles. Hyperion effects. Banishing a Shine Ball. Kill Desire. Should really throw that controller in the grave, not using it anymore. And then we're gonna Reborn, and that should be GG's to that. No matter what I get here, it's game, because I get to, even a Shine Ball would be 3,200. Which statistically this deck should have drawn a monster. I mean, it runs like 30, almost 20, 28, 27, something like that. So statistically, it should be GG's. Hyperion does get to attack because enemy controller has no drawbacks. GG. That was a lot closer than I expected though. That Dark Lord Desire took me by surprise, and double Hyperion always amazing. Anyways, that was your agent versus agent game, testing for him. And maybe if he watches this video, it'll be very helpful to him. And my agent should be better. I've been using them for 2 years. So. Anyways, guys, this is Marshmallow. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.